Hello. Beep, 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 beep. Morning. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to the court of the Edijester. And here, at once again, at chilly Jester Towers. What a funny few days it's been. Apparently, they've been putting pictures of people in bikinis. Please don't do this to me. I look like a walrus. I am the walrus. Don't put me in a picture of a bikini. Somebody's going to do it. Don't do it. Right now. Um, And they've been doing it with, they pick a woman and they go put her in a bikini. I've seen somebody do it with a toaster. So we've had a toaster with a bikini. We've had Keir Starmer with a bikini. All sorts of business about bikinis. And then the Telegraph has come out screaming this morning that apparently the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, or as I like to call him, Queer Harmer, with his hard left nut job government, have been to Ofcom and said to Ofcom, this is Off communists, this is the censors, take nothing off the table, which includes, by the look of it, banning X in Britain. It's not. No is the answer, by the way, to censorship. No. Okay. I sometimes think that we're in a situation right now where people do not understand the degree of monstrousness this government is capable of. And I can't understand why they don't understand that. Can somebody explain it to me? Like I'm a 2-year-old? The Online Safety Act, which is an abomination by any justification, but there is no justification for it, absolutely none whatsoever, which is an abomination, is something that was started by the bloody Tory government and then picked up by Labour and now is being run with. And most people don't realise the unbelievable power it gives to the likes of Starmer and Ofcom and what it is they're capable of doing. Now, Ofcom have been chasing various American companies, attempting to get them to pay fines, which of course they haven't done. And they've told them to go, off you go. And I can guarantee you that if they attempt to ban X, that the American government will simply come after the UK in regards to sanctions. They're not stupid, the American government. They recognise the importance of free speech, which unfortunately so many of us in the UK do not. It's a price thing. What's the price of free speech? This. It's also what's called a pioneer problem, in that AI is new. Do we want it doing this bikini thing? Probably not. But how do you control it? Different story. If I was to go out, photograph a picture of a woman in normal clothing, morning, madam, smile for the camera, people do, don't they? Like grinning buffoons. Somebody got a camera. It's the power of the cameraman. Oh, lovely, smile. Oh. And then I went home and said, right, take off her bikini and give me an image of her riding a warthog naked, right, swinging a baby above her head. And then I put it online, went, isn't this funny? And she found it and went, that's a picture of me riding a warthog, swinging a baby above its head. What the hell's happening here? That's a terrible thing to do. Wouldn't that be a cruel thing to do to a woman? Or simply to just say, take all her clothes off and have her bend over? Or to do it with a child? Give me a picture of this child naked, sat on the floor with its legs akimbo. That's what, apparently, according to the Telegraph, Grok is doing. Well, of course, it's not true. Grok is completely incapable of doing that because the guardrails exist. If I go to Grok and I say to Grok, create me an image of, who shall I pick? Logan Lerman in the nuddy. It'll go, no. It'll just say no, because no, moderated, you ain't having that, mate. We don't do that sort of thing here. Likewise, if I go to Grok and I say, give me a picture of a 10-year-old child with no clothes on, it'll go, no, not happening. It would do the same thing because it has guardrails that prevent this from being created. Yeah, according to all these people that are whinging and moaning about X, it does it. Well, it doesn't do it. So what could possibly be the excuse for wanting to ban X then? They just want to ban it, don't they? They just want to stop the news from getting out there, bearing in mind we are now the news. BBC hasn't reported about Iran. Do you think that's connected in any way to the need for the absolute control of X? And besides which, even if they ban X, you just get a VPN. Oh, wait, they're also going to ban those. And yet there's people screaming for it. People going, we need censorship, we need to ban it. No, censorship is a no. Not just a little bit. It's a creeping cancer, censorship. Does that mean that what's happening is right? No, it doesn't mean that what's happening is right. It just means that censorship isn't the answer. And X have said we'll work with the UK government on this pioneer problem. Blanket banning is not something that we should tolerate of anything, except that which is already a crime, which is the creation of child sex abuse material. It's rightly a crime. It is a crime in itself. But creating somebody in a bikini, without their consent, right? Okay, what do you want to do about it? Who's going to chase these people? What are you going to do with the people that do it that aren't in the UK? Yeah, that's a problem in it in its own right. So let's just criminalise all pictures of women in bikinis. From now on, the way forward is that no picture of a woman in a bikini can be shown, or a child in a swimsuit can be shown, because that is now the child one, seen as child sexual abuse material. So in other words, there can be no pictures of children in bikinis. Or pictures of children, who are 18 months old, lying on a furry rug with their bottom showing. How many people have got pictures like that? Just how far do you want to take this? Because we've been here before. There won't be many that remember it. When the internet first arrived, this kind of panic. We've been here before. And I'm watching the usual moral entrepreneurs and the busybodies moaning and grimacing. You're not getting total control. End of story. Do I think it's right that people should do this? No. It's a vile thing to do. Take a picture of a woman and turn it into something that you don't want it to be and put it online. It's a terrible thing to do. Don't do it. It's morally, you're bankrupt for doing that. And attempting to create sexual abuse imagery of children, yeah, you're bankrupt to do that. How much control do you want to give the state over the back of this? None is my answer. None. Because the price outweighs the cost. You may not like it. I may not like it. Censorship is an unbelievable evil. It is one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. I've been writing about this week, right? Comes along with a few others. When looking at the particular standalone course I'm writing for the Warrior Teachers, which is about an anatomy of a moral panic, the video nasties, it is without a shadow of a doubt that censorship is one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, along with various others, 3 of them. And when those 4 things combine, it brings disaster every time. No, this shouldn't be happening. No, it's not right. It's morally wrong. But should a picture of a woman in a bikini be seen to be a crime? Okay, fine, have it that way. Now enforce it. Should somebody taking a picture of a child and putting that child in a swimsuit be a crime? Fine, have it as a crime. Try enforcing it. Because Grok isn't the only AI. People are running their own AIs on their own servers. There's about 30,000 AIs out there. What do you want to do about them? It's not just that the censorious people make me sick because they're censorious. They make me sick because they're technologically stupid. Ask yourself the question, what type of world do you want to live in? Because right now that question is seriously important. We shrink the state. The state must become purely administrative. The state must have little or no power. We curtail the police. We need to ensure that the future in which the children of Britain are going to live, not us, is one that is fit. Free speech, the ability to think, the ability to freely go about your business. Because the alternative, which is the orientation that Queer Harmer and his crew have, is a horror show. And believe me, censorship is never worth the price. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.